is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 620 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 9 of Supremacy, the last stop before this Sunday's homecoming pay-per-view event, which will be live from Honolulu, Hawaii. Cannot wait for that show, but I'm equally as excited for what we've got in store here tonight, and things starting off hot between Jaquan Shea and Joey Diaz, a match that a lot of people, including Diaz, have been waiting a long time to see. Jaquan Shea, the former Zero-G champion, had Joey Diaz nipping at his heels during his title reign, but now that Shea is no longer champion after being beaten by DRH a few weeks ago, Diaz is getting his opportunity, and after a bit of a tough loss for the hot commodity last week to Chris Proudfoot, he's hoping that he can redeem himself by putting down a CMV vet in the established Shea. Meanwhile, Shea is just trying to get a rematch for his championship, and, well, beating some of the likes of Joey Diaz will certainly bolster his petition to get that match against DRH. Tonight's main event, though, going to find out who heads into Homecoming to defend the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship in the first ever championship scramble, because Briggs defends his title tonight against George King, a match that King has been waiting for over 6 months to receive, along with a whole lot more. Jaquan Shea, who told me earlier tonight before the show started, he is still feeling the effects of that lower back injury that were only amplified after his match against DRH. You'll remember DRH was hitting him with Hurricane Ranas all up and down the ramp, that hard steel. Shea's been suffering with that lower back injury, well, really since Regicide, where he won the Zero-G championship against Dante Tatum. Not 100% cleared, but eager to get back into the ring. We've been seeing how well Jaquan Shea's new running mates have been doing on NGW, the Crew. DC and Durag Jones picking up recent victories, so now it's time for the ringleader, if you will, to give his soldiers a bit of a lesson. DRH undoubtedly keeping a close eye on this one from backstage. The winner of this could easily be his next challenger. Jaquan Shea might not like his attitude. I certainly don't, but he has never one to shy away from a fight, even when he's not at 100%. Gotta respect that. And here comes the hot commodity who has had a rough few months. He knows that, tweeting a couple of days ago saying, "I'm sorry if I've let any of my fans down, but I promise to do better." Will that start here tonight? And look who is joining Joey Diaz. Chris Proudfoot, the man that beat Diaz last week on Aftermath. It was following that match that Proudfoot offered a handshake to Diaz, and the hot commodity accepted. Has Chris Proudfoot perhaps found a new member of his flock? Or is Proudfoot just keeping a close eye on some of the stiffest competition within the Zero-G division? Here we go, our opening contest of the evening, a match that Joey Diaz has been asking for months. Can he back up all that trash talk he's been sending Jaquan Shea's way on Twitter? It's time to find out. Shea going to start off strong with a kick to the midsection, and now a short arm clothesline. Going to follow it up with another, and I still don't think he's done. Will we get a third short arm clothesline? Yes, we will. Not such a fresh start for Joey Diaz, but never count him out. Even in that match against Chris Proudfoot last week, took a hell of a lot for Canada's #1 export to keep him down. And obviously garnered the respect of Proudfoot with that handshake post-match. I don't think there's any respect between these two, though. Dragon screws being exchanged. Now a kick to the chest from the former Zero-G champion, the last ever light heavyweight champion, and a former CMV Anarchy champion, Jaquan Shea. With a face buster, and now a cocky pin, trying to add insult to injury. But Joey Diaz out before even the count of one, walks straight into that drop kick. Diaz not really been able to get going since this match started. Irish whip on the rebound, dropped down by Shea. And there's a leapfrog. And now a arm drag. Followed through with a hip toss and a knee straight down across the chest. Jaquan Shea, despite injury, looking like he hasn't missed a step. Went on a bit of a rant on Twitter after he lost his Zero-G championship. Clearly not happy with DRH. Would love to get a chance to earn his title back. European uppercut there by Diaz, finally escaping the reverse chin lock. Now taken for a walk. Face first off the top turnbuckle, and not just once, twice, thrice, again and again. Jaquan Shea, not exactly a good-looking man before that, though, so. Irish whip back into the corner, a couple of forearm smashes at close range. Diaz not done, though. Going up to the top rope, moonsault, whoa! Jaquan Shea was able to roll out of the way of the moonsault. But then Diaz quickly corrected himself. That was amazing. That's why they call him the hot commodity. Now we get a Pele kick to the bicep. Go behind, looks like a half Nelson of some sort. Shea is quick to get out of that one. Clothesline into the corner, now a stomp right into the gut. Another time, because why not? And here comes Shea with a slingshot leg drop to the back of Diaz's head. Up to the top rope. Going caution to the wing. 450 splash. And it seems like these two are trying to outdo each other when it comes to the acrobatics. There's that spinning heel kick Shea has been utilizing lately, but Joey Diaz did his homework, it would seem. Dodges it. Vertical suplex into a back suplex. Two amigos. Diaz sees his opening, and he's going to take it. Lining up the shot out of the corner, looking for that devastating knee to the face. Jaquan got his wits about him, though. There's that spinning heel hook tried for again. But once more, Diaz is able to evade it. For how long? Irish whip to the corner, drop kick to the lower back. Counter after counter between these two. Last couple of minutes been a reversal fest. Here comes Diaz. Charging Jaquan Shea in the corner. High knee to the chest. Jaquan's hanging on, but not going to help him out with that alley-oop. Goes for the leg. Shea still in this one. Stomp out of the forearm. Jaquan Shea trying to snap Joey Diaz's arm in half. And look at even Chris Proudfoot is feeling the effects of that one at ringside. Jaquan Shea has had enough. He knows DRH is watching, and this is a message going for the brainbuster. Diaz, though, wants to send a message of his own. Snap tiger suplex, bridge to pin. One, only a 1 count. Diaz going to back into the corner, giving this running high knee another attempt. Jaquan has no idea. See ya, bye. 1, 2, and Jaquan Shea able to kick out. Joey Diaz can't seem to believe it. But Diaz isn't done. Jaquan Shea has hardly recovered from that high knee. Look at that spinning tornado kick. Irish whip. Joey Diaz off the ropes. Open palm strike, gonna send him into the corner. Forearm smash to the lower back. Gets countered. Shea walking right into the Boardbuster GTS. And that has got to do it. 1, 2, 3. Joey Diaz with a huge win over the former Zero-G champion. It most certainly was not easy. A competitive way to kick off Supremacy episode number 9. And this is exactly the win that Joey Diaz needed. But guys, I don't think Diaz is done here. Now, I don't like Jaquan Shea, but this is completely unnecessary. Joey, come on. The hot commodity stomping away at Jaquan Shea. The match is over. And Chris Proudfoot smiling at ringside. He loves what he's seeing right now. This is a new side of Joey Diaz, and I don't like it. All right, guys, we're back now. Next matchup going to be that 6-man tag team bout pitting Braxton Sutter and the Armbar Society against the Sully Bros and Bloody Justice. We know that this Sunday at Homecoming, Braxton Sutter set to go one-on-one with Bloody Justice, while of course the Armbar Society going to challenge the Sully Bros for the unified World Tag Team titles. A chance for both teams to grab some last-second momentum. The beef between Braxton Sutter and Bloody Justice has been raging on for a couple of months now. Got escalated last week when Braxton Sutter cost Bloody Justice what would have been a big win over the returning Tyson Cage. Bloody Justice saying on Twitter, "You are going to be deleted at Homecoming, Big Braxton." This could be quite a formidable alliance, though, between Braxton Sutter and the Armbar Society. Now, Walter Belay said on Twitter, this is going to be monsters versus normal men. And that's quite an adequate description. But there's some big news as we get set for this six-man tag team match, guys. We know, again, that the Armbar Society will challenge the Sully Bros for the Unified World Tag Team titles this Sunday. But 2 bonus stipulations have been added by General Manager Jay Dynamite. Not only will the match now be contested within the confines of Hell in a Cell so that Baron Blade nor anyone else can interfere, but also Walter Belay's Anarchy Championship is going to be on the line, meaning if the Sully Bros win, one of them, whoever makes the pin or submission, will also win the Anarchy Championship, whereas if the Armbar Society win, not only will they become Unified World Tag Team Champions, but also Belay will remain Anarchy Champion. So the stakes just got a lot higher this Sunday in Honolulu, Hawaii. But Belay said it himself earlier today, every single time we've been in the ring with the Sully Bros, we've gotten the better of them again and again and again, and this Sunday will be no different. Hashtag Belay Double Champ. Walter Belay, who has currently been on a tear with that Anarchy Championship, holding it for majority of the season, and he's actually tied currently with Alistair Knox for most Anarchy Championship defenses in CMV history, each having 5. So if Belay and Gary Reed win this Sunday, Belay will make even more history than just becoming a double champion. And here, of course, come the Sully Bros, current Unified World Tag Team Champs, winning the belts at Absolution, defeating the Control. And they did that with everything that's going on in their minds. The betrayal of Baron Blade stabbing them in the back. And Chris Sullivan thought he finally had his chance for revenge last week when he got Baron Blade one-on-one, but who would run down to the ring? Gary Reed and the American Dragon actually attacked Baron Blade, guys, which meant that Double B won via disqualification. He now holds 2 victories over Chris Sullivan in the record book. Somehow Chris and Willie have got to remain focused, though, not just here tonight, but Sunday. And they've got themselves a hell of a tag team partner, a former 2-time Fusion Tag Team Champion who is heading into Homecoming, most definitely the underdog. Braxton Sutter's got a couple of feet on him, not to mention a few pounds. But Bloody Justice has been in the ring with Braxton Sutter before. Remember, Bloody Justice hanging around with Sutter in that over-the-top rope challenge last month. Almost eliminated him too, and then did eliminate him from that other battle royal, which Sutter was obviously not happy about. This 6-man tag team match going to get underway. Braxton Sutter starting for his team. Willie Sullivan. On the opposite side, referee Tyson rings that bell. These two going to meet in the middle of the ring. And geez Louise, Willie immediately getting tossed into the corner like a rag doll. That's what Bloody Justice has to look forward to this Sunday. Now we get a Snake Eyes dropped face first on that top turnbuckle. Jawbreaker creates a little bit of distance. Willie tries to charge the big man, but gets an elbow to the jaw. Clothesline missed by Sutter now. Pushed back. The Cleaners having none of it early on. Gonna hoist the wild one all the way up and back down again with that vertical suplex, guys. Short arm shoulder block. Dragged by arm and leg, trying to maybe get him closer to the corner. Chris and Bloody Justice waiting for him. I don't know if Braxton Sutter's going to be so willing to go for that walk. Stopping Willie dead in his tracks with a trio of elbows. Look at this, now continuing to attack that midsection. Could have cracked every single rib in Willie's body with those blows. Willie never one to back down easily. Jawbreaker, then an Irish whip. Gonna look for the tag to Chris. Unified Tag Team Champions gonna throw themselves at Braxton. Double back elbow. Braxton Sutter though to make a hot tag as Chris was too busy pandering, and here comes Gary Reed. And you know Chris is feeding to get his hands on the American Dragon after what Reed did last week. Swinging an elbow to meet the ribs. Tries to grapple, arm drag. Collar and elbow. Chris going to be the stronger of the two in that exchange. Now we get a float over DDT. Grabs the hair. You don't touch the man bun, though. Gary Reed with a dragon screw. Braxton Sutter just now getting to his feet. Tag to Walter Bollet, the Anarchy Champion. The Machine, the Eliminator. Not only is Walter Bollet nipping at Alistair Knox's heels for most Anarchy Championship defenses, but Bollet not that far off from becoming the longest reigning Anarchy Champion of all time. Ooh, Chris Sullivan using a bit of teleportation to escape to the outside momentarily. Now has the upper hand on Bollet. Walter Bollet would become only the 7th superstar in CMV history to hold 2 titles at one time if the Armbar Society are victorious this Sunday. Chris Sullivan contemplating a tag. Not too sure about it though. Bloody Justice tagging himself in, and Bloody Justice, Walter Bollet are certainly no strangers, fighting over that Anarchy Championship quite a lot a couple of months ago, ending in that Bloody Forest match where Walter Bollet went to said Bloody Forest. And while I'm sure he still regrets it to this day, it did not work out for him. Bloody Justice, snapmare. Ooh, and a sliding knee to the lower back. Stomp to the chest. Now grabbed by the hair. Reeled in with that short arm shoulder block. Bollet looking to tag out, but to who? Gary Reed. Bloody Justice is ready for him. Putting him right down in his derriere with that clothesline. Now numerous stomps to the knee. Look at Braxton Sutter trying to take that cheap shot from the apron. Any sort of upper hand he can get going into Homecoming, the cleaner is going to take. Clothesline again by Bloody Justice, waiting for Gary Reed to get to his feet. Look at how quick the American Dragon can work though. Clotheslines aplenty. More than enough to go around, it would seem. Now we get an Enzu lariat. This time right into a pin. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Bloody Justice refocusing himself. He's got Reed hurt. He knows it. Going in for the kill. Will we see Sister's Joy? No, we will not. Gary Reed having the wherewithal to see that one coming. Now he rakes the eyes. Irish whip into the corner. Gary Reed, who can hit you from any angle with some devastating offense. Of course, most of all, his submission skills, that cross armbar, which has ended careers here in CMV. But don't get it twisted, that's not all he's packing. A lethal striker too. The same can be said about his tag team partner, Walter Bollet. Irish whip into the corner. And I think Gary Reed is calling for the end. Bloody Justice not so adamant to get to the finish line though. He's going to go to the corner. And we've seen Bloody Justice pull this out rarely. Usually only when he's desperate. His back is against the wall. There's that running neck breaker, just throwing everything he has at Gary Reed. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Willie Sullivan getting in to try and stop Braxton Sutter. That backfires. Getting thrown overhead with the back body drop into chaos. Gary Reed trying to regain control. Irish whip into the corner. And Bloody Justice, is he going to do what I think he's going to do? Yes, he is. The fans are already chanting, "This is awesome." Bloody Justice with a superplex from the top rope to the outside of the ring. That is 10 feet plus. And you know who's happy about that? The Sully Bros. Gary Reed going to be feeling that heading into Homecoming, no doubt about it. But for right now, somehow, he's able to snap back to reality. That is superhuman resiliency. Bloody Justice zoning in on the back area with a hatch suplex. I'm going to give Gary Reed a tour of the ringside area. Face first off the steel steps, busting Gary Reed wide open, and Bloody Justice soaking in the adoration of this crowd. Bicycle knee gets reversed into a German suplex. Man, Gary Reed has got to find a way to reverse something and make a tag. Would probably be the best move right now. Discus knee strike by Bloody Justice. I don't think I've ever seen him hit that before. Big PJ Moon fan. Count of 9 right now. They have until 20 to get back into the ring, but Bloody Justice before 10 saves the day. Gary Reed waiting for him. Full Nelson turned into a reverse DDT. Reed is slipping into the deep end. His head's about to go under the water. Bloody Justice staying on top of him like a monkey on a cupcake. Well, look at this. Hot tag, and Walter Belay comes in like a house of fire. Clothesline taking him down. Belay with a nasty liver shot, and now an Irish whip off the ropes, going to knock down Chris Sullivan. I think Walter Belay just tried to take a cheap shot, it looked like. Luckily, Bloody Justice able to protect the boys. Look at this knee to the face. Justice on Dream Street. Belay, Irish whip into the corner. And now, time for Bloody Justice to get a taste of his own medicine. Belay delivering payback on behalf of Gary Reed with his own superplex from the top rope to the outside. He even fell on Gary Reed. Reed doesn't seem to mind, though. He's okay. And Belay soaking in his own handiwork. The fans are loving this match. Indeed, it has been quite a thriller. Might have a couple of broken backs by the time the bell rings. Oh no, what's Belay got in mind now? Oh, just dropping BJ face and chest first on the apron, where all the hardest parts of the ring converge. Just a couple of minutes ago, it looked like Bloody Justice was about to put this match away. Now Belay is freaking tearing him apart, limb by limb. Continued shots to the midsection. Digging some knees into the upper back before dropping BJ down onto the essentially concrete floor. Those pads don't offer any protection. Full mount by the machine, and those open palm strikes, I couldn't really see if any of them got through. It seemed like Bloody Justice got his hands up. Again, just before the count of 10. Hot tag though, look at this. Chris Sullivan attempting to save his team. It might be up to him. Single boot to the chest, followed by an enziguri, and then a basement dropkick. Braxton Sutter extending his hand, asking for the tag. I don't think Belay knows where he is right now, though. Just trying to deal with what's right in front of him. Clothesline with the roll through. Gary Reed, I don't think it's going to be any more help for the rest of this match. It might be up to Belay and Sutter. What was Willie doing there? Trying to get in and help out his brother, but he doesn't want to risk a disqualification. Can't afford to give the Armbar Society any more momentum walking into Homecoming. Again, like Belay said, every time these two teams have been in the ring with each other, the ABS have left with their arms raised. Tag to Willie. Can Belay get to Braxton in time, though? Yes, he can. Here comes the cleaner, the 7-foot-tall, 300-pound man with a clothesline. Goes for a forearm smash. Willie is quicker. Irish whip to the quarter, misses the body splash. Got a sternum full of turnbuckle. Another clothesline. And now a short arm clothesline. You know who would love this match? The Steel City Soldiers. Sweep by Willie. Misses the stop and just gets tossed once again. Almost out of the ring. Sutter has seen enough. Willie on spaghetti legs. What was Sutter going for there? Oh, we're not going to find out. Willie turning it into an impaler DDT. And now it is Braxton Sutter who's in trouble. Oh, another reversal. Scorpion death drop. Braxton seems a bit confused at the moment. Not too sure how to continue. Pressing down onto the shoulder of Willie. And when that claw is performed by a man Braxton's size, whew, it might not look like much, but trust me, that is painful. Tag to Bloody Justice. And here's a preview of what's to come at Homecoming now. A little bit of a double team, double axe handle to the arm. Inverted suplex turned into a vertical suplex by Sutter. Goes for a stop, misses, kicks to the midsection. Jawbreaker, Braxton Sutter sent stumbling backwards. Bloody Justice tries to further target the arm, gets thrown into the ropes. Overhand punch block, punch to the midsection. Reversal past 1997 right now. Going even further back. Tit for tat. Braxton Sutter has even gassed himself out. Can't waste too much time though, especially against someone like Bloody Justice who is so crafty. Irish whip to the corner, coming up from behind. Turns one around though. I don't even want to think about what Sutter could do from that top rope. Thank God Bloody Justice reversed. Clothesline. Not going to do much for him. Elbow to the side of the head. Punch. Right into the ribs. Again to the corner. Hey, Bloody Justice. Swinging Braxton Sutter around like he's a puppet. And then pulling him into Sister's Joy. This would be huge for Bloody Justice. 1, 2. Oh, but Braxton Sutter not willing to give up that much momentum. Bloody Justice decides it's smart to tag in Chris, who shows a bit of disrespect towards the cleaner, as if to say, you can eat my dust. Braxton given too much time. The big man with a second win. Can he utilize it? Doing a very good job is the Sully Bros and Bloody Justice cutting off the ring, isolating Braxton Sutter. Oh, the entire arena is behind Chris Sullivan as he looks for the knee plus. Caving Sutter's face in 1, 2, 3. That would have been a 3 count, you know it. But Walter Bollé with the millisecond despair breaking up the pin. Feeling the wrath of Willie because of it. Sends him to the outside with a Hurricane Rana. Bicycle big boot from the last ever United States champion, a 2-time trios champion, and currently one half of the Unified World Tag Team Champions. Jawbreaker, Hangman's Neckbreaker. The head of Braxton Sutter is being targeted with no remorse. You can't really afford to have any sort of doubts in your mind when you're up against Braxton Sutter, because he will not feel the same way about you. Gut wrench suplex, stomp to the bicep. So much power behind that can easily snap Chris's arm in half. Another jawbreaker. Kick to the gut though. Braxton down onto one knee, left wide open for that neck breaker. Will this be enough? 1, 2, 3, it will! The Sully Bros and Bloody Justice defeating Braxton Sutter in the Armbar Society, guys. This is huge, not only for the Sully Bros, but for Bloody Justice as well. The Sully Bros can now say they have beaten the Armbar Society, although neither Walter Bollé or Gary Reed were involved in the decision. Still, that is a huge boost of momentum for the champs heading into this Sunday's Hell in a Cell match. Meanwhile, Bloody Justice again has a win in the record books over Braxton Sutter, and that's going to have the cleaner fuming. But is that what Bloody Justice wants? Because they're going to go one-on-one this Sunday. A hard-fought match and an excellent victory for these three. Up next, guys, we have a match that never disappoints as the king of the ring, Xander Slate, goes one-on-one with the outcast, Brett Angel. Yet another chapter added to their storied rivalry that's gone on for years here in CMV, but both these men are a part of the championship scramble match this Sunday in the main event of Homecoming, joined by Joshua Reese Ortiz, and of course, whomever will be the defending champion. We find out later on in our main event when George King attacks Andrew Briggs with the title on the line. But it is about momentum between these two right now. Brett Angel had a match robbed from him last week. It was supposed to be Harvey Hastings versus Brett Angel, but Chris Diamond, of course, ran down and attacked the Assassin, which got the match thrown out. And Xander Slate, we all know, with that huge upset win over Royal Rumble winner PJ Moon, trying to keep that wave of momentum riding into Honolulu, Hawaii this Sunday. Still to come, we've got that triple threat match going to pit Perry Heaton, Shea Hoxton, and Dante Tatum against each other, preparing for the Fatal 4-Way this Sunday. Of course, challenging Pierre Thompson for the International Championship. And a whole lot more. Xander Slate winning this year's King of the Ring tournament, but failed to dethrone Andrew Briggs for the world title at Absolution. He gets another chance this Sunday. If you guys don't know the rules of a championship scramble, essentially all 5 superstars will be active at the same time. There will be a 25-minute time limit, and whichever superstar has the most points by the end of that time limit, either by pinfall or submission, will be declared the official world champion, and will have a pretty good chance of walking into Ascendant 7 to defend the world title against Royal Rumble winner PJ Moon in the main event. But don't forget, there's one last roadblock on the road to Ascendant 7, that being Purgatory. Anything can happen at any time in CMV. Xander Slate not coming out here alone, flanked by his hired hand, Kyle Ross, and we saw how instrumental Kyle Ross was in Xander Slate defeating PJ Moon last week. Will that happen again here against Brett Angel? And especially with the condition Angel has been in these last few weeks. If you're not a member of our website, communityuniverse.4motion.com, ! Join in the chat. We'll give you a link. You may have missed those exclusives. Brett Angel currently suffering a bit, it would seem. Will that affect his in-ring ability? It's been a great season for Brett Angel, starting it off by winning the International Championship, but these last couple months he's been slipping up, starting to fall back into the rut we saw him in last season. Xander Slate would be privileged to continue that rut here tonight. Never one to be against putting a hurting on Brett Angel. Xander Slate probably been waiting for his chance to get revenge on Angel. Earlier this season, Brett defeated him for the International Championship. Brett Angel perhaps feeling as though he doesn't deserve to be a part of the championship scramble this Sunday, but he was the runner-up in the Royal Rumble. PJ Moon eliminated him last to win the whole damn thing, which is what prompted Jay Dynamite to give the Outcast that chance to perhaps walk into the show of shows with the World Championship around his waist. Brett Angel, a former 4-time Unmatched World Champion, but in his nearly 3 years on this side of CMV now, we've seen him transform into a much different man than when he first walked through those doors years and years and years ago. More specifically, this season, Brett Angel's been slipping into madness slowly but surely. Andrew Briggs backstage as he prepares for his championship defense against George King in the main event tonight. But I'm sure keeping a close eye on the monitor. He knows he can beat Xander Slate, but Angel Briggs and Brett Angel have never shared a ring with each other. It's a one-on-one dream match just popped into my mind. Right now, it is Slate and Angel once more. More often than not, Slate has gotten the better of Angel when it comes to one-on-one competition. It was actually in last year's Ascendance, though, that Brule defeated the Good Brothers in tag team competition. Been a few months, though, since they've stared across that ring at one another. They're starting off slow, feeling out process. Don't want to jump into anything with so much momentum on the line, just days away from the championship scramble. Nice takedown by Angel. Xander Slate looking over at him like, all right, I feel you. Remember to keep your eye on Kyle Ross, PJ Moon. Last week, I don't think took Ross as a threat ringside, and he paid for it. Big old punch there by Slate. Angel's like, get off my arm. Both men going for a shoulder block. Neither budging, though. These are two beefy boys going at it. Xander Slate, 6'4", 260 pounds. Angel just about the same, maybe a little bit heavier than Xander Slate. I'd probably clock Angel at 270, maybe 275. Tries to grab Slate's leg, take a cheap shot. Can't really blame anybody who's in the ring against Xander Slate for taking any opportunity they can, because they know Slate will do the exact same given the opportunity. There's that boxing background of the Outcast coming into play. You'll see it every now and again during his matches. He just pulls it out of nowhere. Stomp to the upper back. Angel with a Cobra Clutch crossface. And how good would it feel for Brett Angel to make Xander Slate tap out here? And Slate may. Looks like he's stuck in this, trying to break free now. Can't really see from this angle. There we go. The king of the ring setting himself free. Irish whip. Angel sent into the corner. You'll remember the whole reason Angel entered the King of the Ring tournament, nice snapmare takedown, was because in his own words, he wanted to make sure Xander Slate didn't win. We all know what happened, though. Brett Angel ended up falling out in the first round. Didn't really get that chance. Now he does, even though it's too late. Xander Slate already King of the Ring. Dropped on that top rope, sternum first. That's going to make it harder for Slate to breathe the longer this match continues. Brett Angel knows that. Going around behind, reverse chin lock on the OG Dirty Heel. And these two know each other so well. It's probably going to take something different from either man to win this match. Something the other doesn't see coming. Two elbows precisely placed to the midsection. Xander Slate, a heavy Irish whip. Down goes Angel. I'm happy to see that Kyle Ross hasn't gotten involved at all yet, but I don't want to jinx anything. Xander Slate grabbing Angel by the arm. Hammerlock. Elbow coming out of nowhere, though. Clocks him in the jaw. Seeing stars for a second. Nice reversal by Angel out of a spinebuster into a DDT. And Angel going to attempt to take a count-out victory. Slate has quite a while still to return to the ring until 20 at 5. Oh, he's going to take that cheap shot Angel tried for earlier. Angel trying to shake off them cobwebs. Irish whip. Going to meet him on the rebound with a drop down. Goes under the clothesline. Not going to get it anyway, though. Overhand punch caught. Throws a fist to meet Slate's jaw. Brett Angel going to use the ropes to trap Xander Slate and just fire off knee after knee after knee, and then a last call. Brett Angel, who started using this maneuver way back when as a way to insult Xander Slate. Vintage Angel, he calls it. The Cobra Clutch Russian leg sweep. But there's Kyle Ross making his presence felt, giving Xander Slate a little bit of time that he's going to use. Overhand punch. tries to go for a scoop slam, but Brett Angel goes dead weight. And now, just like that, has Xander Slate caught. Darkest Night, 1, 2. But Slate kicks out, and Angel collapsing from exhaustion. You know, especially with the championship scramble match coming up this Sunday, a 25-minute time limit. It's probably going to come down to who has the best cardio, who can go for longer. Shucky ducky quack quack, dropping the leg. Brett Angel taking a look around like, it was impressive, Brett. Trying to utilize what time he has to take a deep breath, pace himself. Both of these men have had wars, not just against each other, but throughout their careers against numerous opponents. Xander Slate forcing Brett Angel to bow down before him, nailing him with that sharp DDT, and he's not done. Slate, laser focused, clean slate, just as he's about to take Angel down, though. The Outcast with a last-ditch effort and another Darkest Night. In the blink of an eye, 1, 2, 3. Brett Angel has just defeated Xander Slate, and that has got to feel oh so good for Brett Angel. I think that's only like the second time ever he's beaten Xander Slate one-on-one. And especially at such a crucial moment, just a couple of days away from homecoming and the championship scramble. This victory cannot be understated. And this match started, I'll be honest, I was kind of not giving Brett Angel a chance with the mental condition he's been in lately, but proven wrong yet again. Just when it looked like Slate had the match won, about to nail the clean slate, Angel turns it into another Darkest Night. Uno, dos, tres. Good night, Xander Slate. Here's where we thought Slate had the match in the bag. Just about to hit the clean slate. And Angel said, let me pull that rug out from under you real quick. Well, Brett Angel, who of the five is probably the dark horse, shocked everyone and walk out of homecoming this Sunday as the new world champion. Up next, guys, we are hopefully finally going to see the proper debut of Zach Angel. It's been these past couple weeks since Absolution. Angel slated to take on Alistair Knox, but both times he attacked Knox before the match started, and last week it resulted in a brutal backstage brawl that left Alistair Knox unconscious, and Knox not here tonight. Because of that, we don't know how long he's going to be out, and that's a damn shame because Alistair Knox was on the shelf for 6 months, and now we got to wait return to the ring. All because of Zach Angel and whatever dark motives are driving him. But tonight, going to step into that ring. I stress once more, hopefully, to take on unmatched legend Leo Cruz, who has been on a roll lately. I mean, a couple weeks ago, he got that upset win over Jamal Sadana. Before that, he knocked off Xander Slate's henchman, Kyle Ross. I wouldn't count out Leo Cruz here. Guns still to come. We have that triple threat match between Perry Heenan, Shea Hobson, and Dante Tatum. And in our main event, the World Championship will be decided. Who heads to homecoming to defend in the championship scramble? George King versus Andrew Briggs. And there he is, this new dark entity creeping into the minds of the CMV universe. For months, he was sending out these cryptic messages before finally showing himself in the Royal Rumble match at Absolution, and actually had a hell of a run. He eliminated Braxton Sutter along with a couple of others, lasting almost 10 minutes before being eliminated himself. But now we're going to see what he brings to the table in a proper singles match. And against a tough competitor. No walk in the park. Zach Angel saying CMV is plagued with fakes and phonies. And he's here to deliver the cure. Whatever that means, I don't know. But his first target seems to be Alistair Knox, and he may have been successful in his venture after what went down last week. Going to be a clash of personalities. We'll see once the bell rings how much these two differ from an in-ring standpoint. But again, Leo Cruz, who came to this side of CMV after Unmatched shut down and didn't have such a perfect start. But he's finally waking up. Is this the Leo Cruz of old? A man who was on the verge of, at one point, becoming Unmatched World Champion. Could he spoil the debut of Zach Angel? Zach Angel, Leo Cruz. One-on-one here on Supremacy. Episode 9, Tyson rings the bell, and we're actually finally seeing it happen. The match has officially started now, so no shenanigans. Oh. Arm smashed by Angel. Gonna drag Cruz by the arm out of the corner, closer to the center of the ring, dropping a fist, going old school. There's a soccer ball kick that just seems to piss Leo Cruz off. Tries to charge full steam ahead and runs himself into a DDT. And now Zach Angel going to grab Leo by the mask, trying to bash the skull open off the canvas. Fisherman suplex turned into a small package. This is how Leo Cruz beat Jamal Sedana a couple of weeks ago. Only a 1 count. Oh, Leo Cruz going to try again. This time we get a bridge out of the roll-up. Got closer, 2 count, but still unable to find that space. Single knee face breaker. Down goes Angel. At the moment, it is all Cruz. Elbow drop to the lower back. A barrage of forearm smashes before Cruz shows off those 18-inch pythons of his, brother. Single unhook facebuster reverse at the very last second. Short arm clothesline. Leo Cruz tries to go low, but Zach Angel saw it coming. Big boot to the face and a stomp to the knee. Angel, not the kind of guy. Hang on! Omega driver! Oh! I don't even remember the last time I've seen one of those. And apparently, Zach Angel's not content. Exploding out of the corner with a Claymore kick. Busting Cruz open. 1, 2. But, okay. Leo Cruz came to play tonight, it would seem. And this is his first match on Supremacy in quite a while. He's not going to go down without a fight. But look at Angel. He doesn't seem happy. No, he is pissed off. Almost as if to say, how dare you kick out? But Cruz is a fighter. He always has been throughout his entire career. The heart and soul of Unmatched until its doors closed. Now trying to revitalize his career, but that might be easier said than done. A wheelbarrow neck breaker. I think the last time I saw someone hit an Omega driver was freaking Omega Z way back when in season 2. Look at Leo Cruz. He is gushing blood, guys. It's all over his chest. Ugh. A disgusting sight. Angel seems to be reveling in it, though. Sunset flip powerbomb. It's already got to be tough to see through a mask, and then you got copious amounts of blood in your eyes. Cheeky little kick to the shin. Doesn't really go anywhere. And the disrespect. Using Alistair Knox's trademark maneuver to try and put Leo Cruz down, and Leo Cruz taps. Wow. Talk about your disrespect. Zack Angel did that with purpose. Wherever Knox is, I wonder if he's watching right now. If he is, probably fuming. Censorship defeating Leo Cruz here tonight. Leo Cruz gave a hell of a fight, as he always does. But Zack Angel is a man, if you could even call him that, on a mission. And what that mission is, I don't know. But as the weeks go on, it seems to be coming to fruition. Leo Cruz, just another victim on what is probably going to be a long list here in CMV. Who's that? Hang on, is that running down the ramp? Like, yes, it is. It's Alistair Knox. Alistair Knox, who's supposed to not be here tonight because of what Zack Angel did to him last week. But the ominous one is not going to sit back and allow Angel to disrespect him like that. Knox is coming down here ready for a fight. Angel was not ready for it. He is getting completely caught off guard, but look at this. He's trying to come back now. And it's as if these two have just been continuously fighting for 3 weeks now. Not able to be in the same building as each other without going to war. Alistair Knox picking Angel up to his feet. Oh, just a punch to the gut. And now trying to rip Angel's eyes right out of his head before stomping on the back of his skull. But Knox isn't done. Going to show him how to properly execute censorship. Will he get it locked in? Drags him down to the mat. There you go. Zack Angel. That is how you hit censorship. Angel tapping out. This was an Ascension match, but man, a message sent by Alistair Knox. Don't play the game, Zack Angel, if you don't want to get your head cut off. Up next, we have got Perry Heenan, Shay Hoxton, and Dante Tatum in triple threat action. It's this Sunday at Homecoming. At these three will be joined by Pierre Thompson to create the fatal four-way match for the International Championship. Thompson's reign going to be in serious jeopardy, as he won't even have to be involved in the decision to lose his title. Any one of these three could pin or submit each other to leave Honolulu, Hawaii as the new champion on the road to Ascendant 7. It's about momentum between these three here tonight, though. And after that clinic we saw last week between Perry Heenan and Shay Hoxton one-on-one, I am amped to have Dante Tatum added to the mix. It's like each week we're just making it more and more epic. One-on-one last week, triple threat here, and it'll be a fatal four-way this Sunday. Probably one of the matches I'm most looking forward to at Homecoming. But in the end, it was Perry Heenan who had his arm raised against Hoxton, and that's despite Dante Tatum making a run-in during the match and attacking the pit bull. Heenan has got to be a favorite for a lot of people to win that fatal four-way and become international champion. Shay Hoxton, a betting man, he usually bets on others. He said it before, I always bet on my opponent. That way, no matter what, I win. It's quite a strategy, honestly. Hoxton's been grinding to capture that international championship the last couple of months, though. He had Pierre Thompson one-on-one at Absolution and came close to knocking the big dog off, but unable to do so. With a second opportunity on the horizon, could the gambling man win his second CMV championship, or will it be Dante Tatum, who a lot of people I think are counting out in this equation, the reigning defending NGW champion, could make history becoming the first superstar to ever hold a championship on both NGW and the main roster at the same time. There's got to be a lot on Tatum's mind as well, because he's got to defend his NGW championship 1 week from this Sunday in Toronto against Joseph Santos and Tenra in a triple threat, much like Pierre Thompson, where he doesn't have to be involved in the decision to lose his title. Perry Heenan not caring who gets in his way. This is the real Pitbull at his finest. I don't know what it was a couple of months ago that finally kicked Perry Heenan in his rear end to gear up to this level where he is at his best, but I'm just thankful it happened. Heenan has not been beaten in over 2 months. And I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but I may have flipped a couple of dollars in favor of Heenan winning this Sunday. You know, I just got to be honest. I like to gamble sometimes, right? Just like this man, and it is quite a gamble. Walking into that fatal four-way, and even this triple threat here tonight after what he went through last week. That's just Shea Hoxton once again proving that he is one of the very best in that ring here on Supremacy in all of CMV, maybe in the wrestling world today. He is incredibly hard to, like and be around because of his personality, but once that bell rings and his mouth shuts and he lets his actions speak for him, then there's no denying his ability. What up, Hellish? You just missed Angel's match, but main event still to come. George King versus Andrew Briggs for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Who walks into Homecoming this Sunday to defend the title in the championship scramble. The entire landscape of Homecoming's main event could change tonight. The last, but most certainly not least, the catalyst, the spark plug, the heart and soul of CMV, the NGW champion, Dante Tatum. Been calling him the workhorse lately, and most definitely deserving of that title. Busting his ass on NGW and Supremacy every single week for the love of the game. Proudly represents NGW as its ring defending champion, but he's looking for his first taste of main roster gold this Sunday, and again will make history if he's victorious. Dante Tatum cares about all that secondary, though, to putting on a show for these fans. And that's most definitely what he does every time he steps foot in that ring. Puts on a show. Tonight will be no different. Perry Heenan, Shea Hoxton, Dante Tatum with Pierre Thompson, no doubt, watching closely from wherever he is. Referee Tyson rings the bell. Who's going to get that last bit of momentum before Homecoming? And Shea Hoxton is sent to the outside early on. Now Perry Heenan has his sights on Dante Tatum. Tatum knocking down referee Tyson, though, as he goes to the top rope for a fish drop on Hoxton to the outside. And Perry Heenan's almost like, what the hell's going on? Dante Tatum's like, yeah, I just did that. Maybe not taunt someone like Pitbull right to his face, though. And as this is a triple threat, there are no countouts, no disqualifications. First superstar to gain pinfall inside the ring or submission will be victorious, just as it will be this Sunday in the fatal four-way match for the International Championship. Set out pump handle face buster by Dante Tatum. Tried to go for the pin on Perry Heenan. Hoxton back into the ring, breaks it up, and now a barrel roll, tripping the NGW champion. Heenan back to his feet, looking to get involved in the fun here. Jumping clothesline. Hoxton comes at him with an attempted shin strike. Heenan with a lion tamer. Perry Heenan, throughout his CMV career, has been known to dabble in the submission game. He knows a lot of ways to tap an opponent out. Lately, though, he's been focusing on that ruthless side of him. More interested in hurting his opponents with his raw power than anything else. Elbow after elbow after elbow to the inside of Dante Tatum's thigh. Dante, the high flyer, you take out his legs, you pretty much clip his wings, he's got nothing. Almost a cool double team move by Hoxton and Tatum to Heenan. Hoxton and Tatum a few weeks ago, they worked very well together in that tag team match against Pierre Thompson and Perry Heenan, despite the fact that they lost in the end. I don't think anybody expected them to gel so well together. Swinging neck breaker to the gambling man, while Perry Heenan utilizes a very wise strategy within multi-man matches. I always say, if I was ever in a multi-man match, I would do exactly that. Take a step back, let my opponents beat the hell out of each other, and then when I see an opening, take it. Drop kick to the lower back, the former Anarchy champion. Two former Anarchy champions right now, as a matter of fact. Knife edge chop. Ooh, gonna light that chest up like the 4th of July. Hoxton in reversal momentum goes for an inside kick, but instead Heenan coming out of the corner like a bull let loose from its pen with a big boot to the chest. Here comes Tatum, catching Hoxton from behind with a standing C-fire. Hoxton has definitely so far received the most damage. It's almost like Perry Heenan and Dante Tatum are taking turns. Anything you could do, I can do better, if you will. Perry Heenan has not forgotten what Dante Tatum did last week, trying to cost Heenan this match against Hoxton. Big old DDT. And this leaves Tatum and Hoxton in the ring alone. The NGW champion was thinking about going off the top rope again, but changed his mind. Well, that backfire forearm smash to the lower back. Hoxton went for that choke slam, but Dante Tatum a bit quicker with the twist of fate, and Tatum from the top rope. Caution to the wind. 6-star frog splash. Can he get the pin, though, before Perry Heenan gets back into the ring? 1, 2, 3. He can. Dante Tatum victorious in the triple threat. The man who I think a lot of people are even forgetting about stands tall here tonight and sends a big message to everyone that he is to be taken as a legitimate threat this Sunday at Homecoming. I hope Pierre Thompson took some notes. A beautiful, perhaps his best 6-star frog splash yet. Perry Heenan getting into the ring just in time to see the pin go down. Will Dante Tatum make history this Sunday? Will Shea Hoxton be able to turn his recent unlucky streak around? Will Perry Heenan continue his reign of terror, or will the big dog defend his yard? Find out in a couple of nights. Co-main event time, folks. Still to come in our main event, George King will challenge Andrew Briggs for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Who heads to Homecoming this Sunday to defend the title in the first ever championship scramble? But first, speaking of the World Championship, we have got 3 former world champions in the ring right now for this tag team match as the Ballers Club reunites for the first time in almost a year. Chris Diamond and Rob Cross taking on the unconventional duo, to say the least, of Harvey Hastings and Paul Devine. It was Chris Diamond who made his return to CMV in the Royal Rumble match at Absolution after 8 months on the shelf with what we all thought was a career-ending neck injury. But battled back, busted his ass to return to doing what he loves, and immediately his first night on Supremacy, Harvey Hastings decided to kick up old dirt by costing Diamond a match against Paul Devine. And then we saw what happened last week. Harvey Hastings was supposed to go one-on-one with Brett Angel, but instead Chris Diamond attacked him before the match started and got the whole thing thrown out, saying, Harvey Hastings, if you wanna start some old drama, then I'll start some old drama with you. But don't think that you're gonna get away so easy. You can just do what you want, and I'm gonna sit there and take it. So now Diamond recruiting his best friend, a man he shares former Fusion Tag Team Gold with, the winners of the 3rd Annual Tag Team Cup, Rob Cross. While Harvey Hastings is forced to rely on a man that he has pretty much been butting heads with his entire CMV career, the Asian sensation, Paul Devine. We know this Sunday at Homecoming, Harvey Hastings will go one-on-one with Chris Diamond, a rematch exactly 1 year in the making. It was at last year's Homecoming event that Harvey Hastings challenged Chris Diamond for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship and beat him. And you'll remember, Paul Devine was supposed to be a part of that match, but Harvey Hastings took him out beforehand to make it one-on-one between he and Diamond. And Diamond said on Twitter, I cannot wait to redeem myself from what happened 1 year ago by putting Harvey Hastings down. It'll be interesting to see if there's any sort of ring rust between Chris Diamond and Rob Cross as a team. Again, it's been almost a year since the last time they shared a ring together. And it's even worse since this is only Chris Diamond's technically 3rd match back with CMV. His last one, he actually had Paul Devine beat. He was about to make the 3 count until Harvey Hastings came out and attacked him, and then Devine was able to pull the old switcheroo. Before that, it was the Royal Rumble match. So a lot of people are still wondering whether or not Diamond is at 100%. We haven't really gotten to see yet exactly what type of condition he's in. He's a former world champion, a former Money in the Bank winner, tag team champion, and a rising star champion. That was all in his first year in CMV. And I know that Diamond has what it takes to have another stellar year, or at least finish off this season strong. What time there is left. Rob Cross, a great friend, even after all this time, adhering to Chris Diamond when he asks for help. But this is a great chance for Rob Cross himself, who's kind of been in a slump as of late. The former CMV Light Heavyweight Champion taking on 2 former World Champions. If he wins here, that will shoot him to the top of the rankings. And that's just what he wants, to prove that he is a viable contender. The thing I'm more looking forward to as this tag team match starts at our co-main event is whether or not Harvey Hastings and Paul Devine can get along. I mean, Harvey Hastings did come through with that huge assist, getting Devine the win over Diamond a couple of weeks ago, but that was for his own, personal gain. It wasn't to help Devine. Harvey Hastings and Paul Devine spending much of last season at each other's throats, battling over the World Championship. Harvey Hastings was a young rookie. Devine was really his big fish. Harvey Hastings holds numerous wins over Devine, one-on-one. Will that history bubble up to the surface and make it impossible for these two to coexist? Harvey Hastings not dying, at least I don't think so, but he is in the home stretch, if you will, of his career, deciding earlier this season that he's going to retire at Ascendant 7 due to not only physical damage, but mental as well, his career kind of catching up to him. So these are the last few months we're going to see Harvey Hastings in a CMV ring. Right now, he's not focused on that, though. Focused on what's going to happen when that bell rings. And the only person he has watching his back is the five-time undisputed world heavyweight champion, the Asian sensation, the man who puts the Rising and Rising Sun, Japan's biggest export, Paul Devine. And for anybody else, Devine would probably be a dream tag team partner, as he is a 5-time tag team champion. Harvey Hastings is also a former Fusion tag team champion, but again, we'll see. Chris Diamond and Paul Devine having their own history as well. It was Diamond who last season cashed in Money in the Bank on Paul Devine to win the world title. And Devine never got his rightful rematch because Harvey Hastings took him out before the triple threat at Homecoming. Almost a year later, and Paul Devine has been struggling ever since to reclaim his spot atop the mountain. With this transformation he's kind of been going through these last couple of weeks, though, I'm hoping this is a return to form for the Asian sensation. Great start with the win over Diamond. We'll see what happens now. Chris Diamond and Harvey Hastings going to start things off before they clash one-on-one this Sunday. Will there be a clean break? I would be very surprised if there is. Wow. Okay. No cheap shots taken by either man. Back to the collar and elbow. Chris Diamond pushing Hastings into the ropes. Both these guys like pit bulls fighting over a bone. Neither one willing to give the other any sort of leeway. Running neck breaker. Now this march truly starts. Blocks the punch, gets one of his own. Kick up underneath. Ooh. Targeting the shoulder and the arm. Furthermore, back suplex. Harvey Hastings flipping out of it. And it's incredible that at his age, he is still so agile. Wonder where Stefan's been, by the way. Harvey's son. Haven't seen him in over a month. Kind of went quiet. No word as to where he is at the moment. I'm sure he's okay, though. Otherwise, we would know about it. Irish whip by Rob Cross, now the legal man. Tries to go off the ropes for a clothesline to the back of the head, but Harvey Hastings saw it coming. Tag to Paul Devine. All right, well, so far things are looking good. Snapmare. Devine coming through with a Kenka kick. Cross quickly pops out. I thought, Cross said on Twitter, 2 former world champions, and I'm going to beat both of them. Once more, it wouldn't be just another win. That would be huge for someone like Rob Cross, who lately has been struggling to find victories. To say he beat 2 former world champions in one match, even if it is a tag, it doesn't matter. That's exactly the kind of forward momentum Rob Cross needs right now. Meteora. I think a lot of people see Rob Cross as living in the shadow of Chris Diamond, especially the naysayers of the Ballers Club. People referring to him as Chris Diamond's friend. But I think Rob Cross has a lot of potential himself. He could be a future world champion. I mean, he's a former light heavyweight champion. Oh, down goes Tyson. Taking his second bump of the night, I do believe. Devine gets a dropkick off the lower back. I bet Diamond would love the chance to get his win back from Paul. Especially since the only reason Devine won that match a couple weeks ago was because of Harvey Hastings. Diamond had Devine pinned for the 3 after hitting a single knee face breaker. What is this? Oh, that was slick. And then into a single knee gut buster. I don't think Diamond has missed a single step, ladies and gentlemen. 8 months on the shelf, and he looks better than ever. Catchphrase, though, from Paul, gonna set up the end. Diamond could be in big time trouble. Coming through with the attempted divine intervention, but a German suplex instead. Paul hesitating to make the hot tag to Harvey Hastings. That's what I'm talking about, the history between these two, preventing them from working as a well-oiled machine. Meanwhile, you know the Ballers Club going to be in tip-top form. They've knocked whatever ring rust there may have been off already. Irish over to the corner. Kick to the midsection, headbutt. Trap to the side of the head. Diamond looking for the British drive-by kick. Double boots to the temple. And it looks like the Asian sensation is in La La Land at the moment. Harvey Hastings making the save, not out of any sort of fear for Divine's well-being, but self-preservation. Rob Cross takes him out. Stop, drop, and roll to the outside. And Diamond never one to shy away from mocking his opponents and the fans. Chris Diamond loves getting under people's skin. And the trash talk really just never stops. Before the match, during the match, and after the match. Diamond's going to be flapping his gums at you. Get another catchphrase from Japan's biggest export, but Divine turning a kick into a figure four. Figure four by Chris Diamond, but Divine doing a very good job of reversing the momentum, putting the pressure on Diamond's legs now. And the Baller grabbing at his knees. Not a good sign. So long as he protects his neck. And Zaguri, Diamond feeling good about himself right now. This is the longest he's gone since his return. Nothing looks to be stopping him. And as ruthless as ever, too. Smashing Divine. Face first off the apron. Going to do it again? No, go to the... Where's he taking him? Oh, into the barricade. Diamond just making sure that Divine is well acquainted with the ringside area. What a nice guy. Oh, man, I hate every time that happens. When someone gets thrown gut first into the corner of the table, I cringe. Jeez, man. Seems like this match would be better suited to take place in like a bar room or something. The way they are just throwing each other into everything that's not nailed down. Forearm smash. We're at the count of 10 right now. They have until 20 to return to the squared circle. 11. Diamond gets busted open and into the steel steps. Again, he goes gut first. Those ribs have got to be feeling some type of way right now. 13. Diamond says, not going to let this match be spoiled. Bad move, turning his back on Divine, though. The man who puts the rising and rising sun going to interject a bit of divine intervention into Diamond's life. Hooks the leg. Can Rob Cross make the save, though? Yes, he can before even the count of one. Where was Harvey Hastings? Slacking, my boy. The psychopath returning to the apron before he gets disqualified. Only has the count of 5. In the meantime, though, Divine giving the Baller a lot of time to recuperate. Irish whip to the corner. What's he doing here? Oh, super kick to the knee. Diamond. Head. Break your neck foundation. I have been waiting almost a year to call that move. But Harvey Hastings again having his wits about him. He's taking out everybody. Down goes Diamond. Down goes Cross. Both Divine and Diamond looking up at the lights right now. Diamond, though, just shoots back to his feet out of nowhere, and he's going after Harvey Hastings and Zaguri. Now Divine and Diamond have the ring themselves. 24th punch. 1, 2. And the distraction of Harvey Hastings almost costing Chris Diamond the match right there. Big old Irish whip. Bicycle. Big boot. These two just throwing it back at each other. It's like a game of Pong. Oh, I knew something like that was going to happen. Divine just went for the tag, guys, and Harvey Hastings jumped off the apron saying, you're on your own right now. And this has pretty much turned into a handicap match, but Divine's not backing down. He never does. Another Divine intervention could very well put this match away. 1, 2, oh man. Now Harvey Hastings acting like he gives a damn, because he doesn't want to lose this match. He just doesn't want to contribute anything. He wants to sit back and let Divine break your neck foundation again, coming out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, and Chris Diamond pins the 5-time world champion, getting his revenge for a couple of weeks ago. Quite a ceremonious reunion for the Ballers Club. Not just the needed win for Diamond, but maybe even more so for Rob Cross. Harvey Hastings and Paul Divine just could not get on the same page throughout this match, though, and in the end, it cost them. But what's going to happen this Sunday in Honolulu, Hawaii, and homecoming, a rematch 1 year in the making. Harvey Hastings and Chris Diamond one-on-one. Diamond proved in this match right here that he is in tip-top shape. Maybe even better than he was before the injury that had him out for 8 months. Harvey Hastings continuing to play mind games. Will Diamond fall into the psychopath's trap? Will we see some more break your neck foundations this Sunday? Alright guys, it is time for our main event here on Supremacy Episode 9. The undisputed World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. George King getting a match that he feels as though he earned 6 months ago, challenging Andrew Briggs for the crown jewel of CMV. And we know the winner of this will head to homecoming this Sunday to defend the title and the very first ever championship scramble match against Xander Slate, Josh Wolf, Brett Angel, and Reese Ortiz. So for either man, there won't be a whole lot of time to celebrate before they are thrown right back into the lion's den, if you will. But George King doesn't care. In his own words, he should have received this championship match towards the start of the season, and even more so after he won the Champion of Champions triple threat match at Validation, where he beat Andrew Briggs, by the way. Pinned Pat LaFave, but still technically beat Andrew Briggs. It was a triple threat. But George King has continued to be passed by contender after contender after contender. And I even agree, even though I don't like George King personally, I agree he should have gotten this shot at the title a while ago. But no more complaining. Now it's time to nut up or shut up. King has got his shot. Can he come through and win his first world title? This is probably the best chance for George King to get this shot, because Andrew Briggs has recently lost twice, last week to Percy Simmons and a few weeks before that to Peter Thompson. The only 2 times Andrew Briggs has been beaten this entire season. We talked about it last week as Briggs starting to slip. You know, he's been put up on a pedestal this entire season for good reason, battling back challenger after challenger, accepting anybody who steps up to the plate. and putting them down. But it's catching up to Andrew now. They're starting to form cracks in the foundation, if you will. And George King is here to shatter the entire throne that Briggs sits upon. We now know Briggs isn't the superhuman entity we built him up to be. He's just as human as any other man on the roster, and he can be beaten. Months and months and months of preparation. George King has talked a big game, but can he back it up when it matters? A multi-time champion, and his time on Unmatched, he was billed as a future world champion. And I still believe he has what it takes to fulfill that destiny. But in order to do so, he has to topple one of the greatest, if not the greatest, world champions in CMV history. I mean, Briggs, guys, has had a stranglehold in that title for the majority of this season. He has one of the longest reigns in CMV history. He is nipping at the heels of Just Insane, who held the title for 7.5 months. Briggs is somewhere around 5.5, maybe coming up on 6. I'd have to check. Living out his boyhood dream. He broke that glass ceiling that kept him down for so long, and that's why he's been just so unwilling to give even an inch to his opponents. George King, Andrew Briggs for the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. The winner will defend the title in just 2 days, this Sunday at Homecoming, and the first ever championship scramble. King starting strong with a torture rack bomb. And it's that power of George King that, if anything, will lead him to becoming world champion tonight. Meanwhile, Andrew Briggs just has that speed factor that he's going to have to utilize to try and outmaneuver ruthless George King. Stomp to the bicep there. And targeting that arm seems to be a strategy early on. You can always go into a match with a game plan, but more often than not, things aren't going to work out how you want them to. You have to adapt. That's what makes a great wrestler, their ability to adapt to any situation. What is that? That's Brian Jacobson! What the hell? Brian Jacobson, the POV of CMV, what the hell is he doing here? He's running down to the ring. Wait a minute, what's he doing? Virtue signaling! And this match has been called off. Andrew Briggs wins via disqualification, guys. That means he is still the undisputed world heavyweight champion. What the hell? What did we just see? Andrew Briggs is still world champion. Brian Jacobson, we haven't seen him in months, just attacking the world champion. What the hell? The look on George King's face there as the show came to an end was priceless. His jaw dropped. He has waited half a year to get his shot at Andrew Briggs for the World Championship. And Brian Jacobson, who hasn't been seen, in over, I think 3 months is the last time he was in action, just comes out of nowhere attacking Andrew Briggs. And that means that Briggs wins via disqualification. Either way, he would have retained because of his champion's advantage. But guys, that is a lot to take in. Now we know, at least, it's hashtag confirmed. Andrew Briggs will be the defending champion this Sunday in the main event of Homecoming for the first ever championship scramble. When it pertains to Brian Jacobson, I just do not know. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you, as always, for tuning in and watching along with me. I hope that you enjoyed the show as much as I did. There will be no Aftermath tonight, guys. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, but more than likely I'll have to make up for it next week. We'll do like 2 back-to-back episodes of Aftermath or something. But this Sunday still is Homecoming, and if you are not following me yet, make sure you do so that you get that notification when I go live. You do not want to miss this pay-per-view event. It is going to be spicy from top to bottom. We are on the road to Ascendant 7. The show shows the grandest stage of them all. My favorite time of the year. And you all know the business. If you want to join, communityuniverse.4motion.com is our website. ! Join in the chat will give you a link. ! Twitter. ! Discord will give you links to our Twitter and Discord. You guessed it, you are a very smart boy. But other than that, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Friday night. I hope you have a great Saturday, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.